What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind. And bro, yo, this episode was fucking awesome. Like, bruh, hold up. Cause there's a particular man that I gotta shout out. Hold up. The voice of Laurent. Hold up. I tweeted about this. I gotta find the tweet real quick. But bro, here he is. Kyle McCarley, I think I say his name. This motherfucker deserves a fucking raise. Like, bruh, I've mentioned this before. It comes a lot of times how Laurent has probably been like the, probably one of the best part of the WO. After this episode, after the performance this man gave with Laurent after what happened with Abakio, this man deserves a fucking raise, and he is as I said on Twitter, he is the MVP of this dub. Without a doubt. Like, I love the dub cast. I love Abakio. I love Butarati. But bro, he is the MVP. He is the MVP of this dub. He was great. But we'll talk about his scene in particular when we get there. But first and foremost, let us quickly talk about Paranoid before we jump right into this episode. So Paranoid's episode was crazy. I mean, a lot of Paranoid is crazy, but this one in particular was really crazy because we started to get some shit got revealed. So this episode was kind of like a bit of like a two-person kind of thing where it was focusing on. We had the grandma character that we saw in the OP and we characters throughout the show, as well as her granddaughter, I assume, who is actually the daughter of the guy in the luchador mask from earlier. We also had some other stuff with the main girl we saw back in the first episode, I forget her name, who was voiced by Michelle Rupp, aka you guys might know her as the voice of Ruki. So you have that. So he goes to her, he tries to get information out of her. The dude is not like, she's going on about story time, about how her granddaughter was such a daddy's little girl. It was the cutest thing ever, you know. He's like, woman, I don't give a shit about that. Tell me what you know about, you know, little slugger. And he's like shaking her down and everything. I'm like, bro, calm the fuck down. So anyway, so after he like shaking the grandma down, he's talking to her about something that's about, you know, his granddaughter. You also get like, while he's talking, we actually see her granddaughter on the phone, which is like, and it's kind of the way she's talking. I like the editing here where it sounds like she's having a conversation with the detective who's interrogating her grandma. And it's like, no, I like the way it was edited. That part of the episode was really cool. But anyway, as we were going through all this, we eventually, after they start interrogating the grandmother and they kind of go on their way away, we focus a lot more on the granddaughter. We see her at like this bench area on the phone, you know, it starts raining. She's like, no, stop! I wish the house would like blow away or whatever. And then we see grandma's little cardboard condo she had just blow away into the wind because, you know, there was like a typhoon going on during a lot of this episode. Later on we see some other stuff, but then we actually get to one of the craziest parts of the episode. Like I mentioned before, her daughter is a daddy's girl. She's like, you know, daddy's little girl. We also see around the beginning part of the episode where she says, where her daughter, of course, you know, she's like 6. She's like, Daddy, I'm going to marry you, I'm going to be your wife, and you know, obviously me watching this as a 20-year-old, I'm like, obviously I know she doesn't mean like 6 or whatever, but I'm like, oh, how the internet has sullied my mind. Anyway, so I'm bringing this up because of what happens later on in the episode. So her friends, he said, hey, we're gonna go to Shibuya. Yo, what's up, Persona? Where's my Persona 5 fan, by the way? So we're gonna go to Shibuya, start kicking in and play some karaoke. They're like, nah, I can't go. Today's a special day. So she gets into her new place. This is a new place that the dude in the luchador mask is trying to keep because, you know, he's in debt with like gangsters or whatever. We saw this a few episodes back. So she goes in there, I'm assuming in like her dad's office or her dad's room. He has his laptop there. She opens it up, for some reason there's a password on it, or maybe she knows it, but anyway, she opens up the laptop, opens up the disc drive, puts a DVD in there, or a disc of some sort in there, plugs and pulls it back in, or pushes it back in, and ends up putting up this new wallpaper that she creates that says, Happy Birthday Daddy. Cute thing, liked it, that was actually kind of cute. But then, as she's kind of looking around the dashboard, or the desktop or whatever, she notices on the top of the screen, or on the bottom by the recycle bin, there's this one thing that kind of looks like a camera. And which She clicks on it. And then we find out it's a security camera that's in her daughter's room. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, her dad is spying on her. And we get in there, and the editing right here, props to Satoshi Kon. The direction here was great. She's slowly clicking on, she opens it up, and then a bunch of other windows open in front of it, showing up different screenshots. So she kind of keeps clicking on them, and we just see shots of her entering her room, putting her stuff away, and then she starts undressing. We see her undress to her bra. We don't see her actually take off the bra and show off anything for obvious reasons. We do see her with her bra off with her back turned, so all you see is her back. And by that point, she pulls the mic out, she legit breaks it, and then she's ransacking the room trying to find the camera. And I love that shot that they have of the camera, of where we take the camera and her face right in the reflection of the camera. That shot, perfection there. So man, I gotta give some huge props over there to Satoshi Kon for that shot. That was epic. And so she's shot by that. She grabs her her little stereo radio, whatever, and just smashes it into the camera, breaking it. And so, obviously, it's probably what happened. How she's probably hates her entire family or whatever. We also get some other stuff where we see her grandma, actually in a dam or whatever, which she first thinks is herself. But then she sees her grandma. She's calling her dad. She's like, I don't know what to do. I want to forget. This, that, and the third. But while this is going on, we have Michelle Ruff's character back into the police station being interrogated, where they find out that MD, that leg injury she sustained in the first episode, was not from her, because Granny saw the whole thing. She grabbed this pipe that was kind of bent a little bit, and legit caused injury herself because she wanted to forget because of the deadline she had. And by this point, I'm like, yo, holy shit, this is crazy. And then right after that gets revealed, Little Slur comes in there, nails the other girl with the hat, which ends up somehow also affecting Michelle Ruff's character. She gets hit and then falls onto the floor. I don't know how that's working, how that works, but it was cool, and that's where the episode ends for Paranoid. Great episode. Enough. This is 7 minutes long. Let's get right into JoJo, because this episode was fucking awesome. So he starts the episode out where we left off last week with Risotto and the boss. They had their little scuffle, and the boss, he's like, I had you in my grasp, but you had to throw the knife. And he falls to the ground, and he's like, well done, Risotto Mio. You fought honorably. For that, I will give you a quick death. But first, you must return the iron that you stole from me. What? Speak up. What are you muttering? And then he's like, I said, I'm not dying alone. And he grabs him, puts him right in front of him, and then he's actually started controlling Little Bomber by this point. And the Little Bomber comes in there and pumps his guts full of lead. But actually, the one that gets before he pumps this, the one that gets their pump, I can't, the one that got shot at, okay, I can't do the whole thing. But, the one that got shot ended up being Risotto, because the boss used Emperor Crimson. Used Emperor's Crimson, he goes all the way, I took out half a second, lived the other second, meaning that the second that's left is you getting shot with bullets, I guess the half second is it going through the boss. I don't know, this ability is so fucking confusing. This time shit is so confusing. The Zawano was easy. I stopped time. That was easy. This shit's convoluted. But so the bullets just pretty much just pass right through him, and he ends up getting shot at. And so then he's kind of on the run, looking out, trying to figure out where to go next. While this is going on, we are still with Mista. We go back to Larancha, Butarati, and Abacchio. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do next. Butarati decides that he's going to have Abacchio go and use Moody Jazz to find the picture, while Butarati and Larancha are going to go check up there to see what's going on, who's there, who isn't, this, that, and the third. So they go up there, but first he asks Abacchio how much time you're gonna need to get the drone to get Moody Jazz in place. And he says, going back 15 years, 8 or 10 minutes if I'm being hopeful. And then Butcherai says, you'll do it in 5. I'm like, damn. So they go off, they check on them, they find Risotto's body. I almost forgot his name there for a second. Risotto's body pumped full of lead. So and then Larancha is thinking like, oh, I did this. He did like I went a little overkill. But then Butcherai reminds, nah, man, you're a pawn. Someone controlled did this, that, and the third. That someone controlled your stand because look at his foot. His foot, because if he did chop his foot up with a little bomber, there would be blood, there would be burns everywhere. But there was none. So obviously there's a second person around here that is all that survived. That is currently looking at their wounds, running away. And how is he now? How is he concealing his breathing, or how is he concealing his breathing? That's a different story. We don't know. So and then we see the boss. He's like slowly crawling away from them. He's like, Sartini is my birthright, and I will not see it be sold like by them. And so from there, we see Giorno and Mista. This is when the episode gets crazy. So they meet up to like this higher platform that's right by where the statue or whatever is, where you have the photo taken. So they're right there, and like they're like looking around where Larancha and Butcherati are. We see Abakio still down there waiting for the thing to get him. He's like, okay, we're on the 25th of June already. This better be the right June, you know. He's looking around, he's going around, and then these kids come up, and one of them has pink hair. Keep an eye on that kid. I'm going to bring this up because I see something that I did not notice when I first watched the episode for the first time. When I went back and rewatched, I noticed something. This was actually really cool. So, there's a kid with purple hair that's playing soccer, and eventually this ball gets up on top of this branch, and it's just there. You know, and all the kids are trying to reach at it, but they can't. Abakio tells the kids to fuck off, but, you know, they're like, okay, we will, so don't get our ball, you know, and all that shit. So they get there. So they get there, and when they're trying to get the ball, Abakio's just like, fuck it, I am done. And he goes over there, and he gets over there, and he just grabs the ball for himself. He goes up there and like gets it out there. They get their ball, they're all saying things. While this is going on, we see Abakio, or not Abakio, we see Butcherati and Mista. They're trying to look, I don't know what you think this time. They're looking around trying to find them, but they're like, if I mess with the range too much, then I'm going to start putting the tourist and car exhaust. Damn it, let me just blow this whole place to hell. And he's like, no. He says, so to keep my eyes on rodents, mice, or whatever people are just trying to escape. Which is what he does. So he eventually finds this one guy by this rock, trying to escape. And he's like, and then he finds these two, and then once again, they see these 2 feet hiding inside into this rock. And then Butcherati makes these like hand signs for Larancha, and he gets on top of this platform, on top of this rock that's like a platform that goes up higher. And then he's like, alright, yeah, I don't, he tells him you got 3 seconds to come out or your life is forfeit. If you don't, I promise that you'll survive if you're not an enemy or whatever, you know. And he says you have 3 seconds to get out or your life is forfeit. So 3 seconds pass. He says your life is now forfeit. Zipperman fires off Zipperman, and he breaks the wall into 2 with a zipper, and we find out it's a kid with his mouth sewn shut with like the shoelaces, with pink hair, and he has like blood coming out of his wrist. So let's go back to where Abakio is. He gets out to the kids, they'll say thank you. But then, out of nowhere, once the pink kid passes him, BAM! Emperor Crimson comes out there, he's like, I'm on a roll. And then we see Abakio kind of lay by this rock before he dies. Bro. Now, first time when I watched this, I did not notice the correlation between the kid with the pink hair there and him switching places with the other kid that led to the boss. Change play with that kid, and then boom, they fight, and then boom, he gets in there and gets that hit. I didn't even notice that the first time I watched it. So when I went back and rewatched it, and then the second time I did notice it, I was actually really cool. So yeah, Abakio is now dead. We see Moody Jack kind of like start to crack before we go to commercial. Yes, they decided to go to commercial here. But anyway, when we get back from commercial, and so when we get back from commercial, we see Abakio. He's in like this restaurant here, chilling, eating some food. It's kind of like it's almost completely black and white, but there's still some color in there. It looks like a Zack Snyder film, if I'm being honest with you. But so he's looking around, then he kind of hears some stuff down below him. He looks underneath the table and he sees a cop kind of like holding just going glasses, like individually picking out these like random pieces of glass, looking at him. And Abakio is like, "Hey man, well, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm on a site. Someone hit someone with a glass bottle." And he went on the suspect, and he mentioned how the suspect like threw something over here, so he's gonna look through all of these individual pieces of glass, looking for fucking fingerprints. Yes, you heard me right. This man is a legend. So, and then Abakio is like, "Oh, I see." But then he asks him, what will he do if he finds them, or if he doesn't find them? Or what will he do if he ends up just getting a dirty lawyer to get to him, and he ends up getting away scot-free? What then? And I don't remember everything he said, but he pretty much said that eventually, sure they might get away now, but eventually justice will have to stay. That's what we fight for. And Abakio mentioned that he's like, "I envy his your resolve, because once he was a police officer, he had that resolve, and that he fucked up. So and then he went to a life of crime, and then he ends up seeing this bus. He goes walking towards the bus, and eventually the cop starts talking to him. He mentions that he actually says his name, Abakio. Now at this point I still didn't recognize the guy. So he goes over to the bus, and he tells him that he's got to go to the bus. He has to remember now. He has to go and help his friend. But then the dude reminds him that bus is one way. That's the last stop. You can't go back ever again. He looks behind him again. He recognizes him now. The caller starts to come in, and it's his partner. The partner that ended up getting shot. And he tells him that he's so proud of what he has accomplished. And he starts crying manly tears. And he starts crying with his friend, his best friend, his partner in crime, literally, is proud of him and all this stuff. We get back to reality, and bro, Naranja's English boy, like I mentioned before, Kyle McCarley, I think his name was, that dude deserves a fucking raise. Like, I'm not even going to try. I can't do the scene just as I, so I'm not even going to try to. But Laurent just starts losing it. He's like, "Oh no!" But now at first I thought Abakio might die, but he was gonna come back to life like he did, like Okuyasu did at the end of part 4. I thought he was gonna do another fake out like that, but I guess Araki's like, "You know what? I'm done doing fake outs. This time we're gonna have motherfuckers actually die." So yeah, so he goes in there. He's like, "No, Abakio!" And he's like, he's crying and everything, and he's just like, no, he's gonna wake up, and he's just losing it. All the other guys in the room are just silent. They're just pretty much trying not to cry, I guess. And Abakio and Laurent is just going on and on and on. Boots starts like biting his lips so much, and that starts bleeding. And he tells him that we need to go. He's like, "No, you're just gonna leave him there to rot," And he's just like, "Bro, ow." That scene, like, it was like, this is definitely one of the best dub performances I've heard ever. But like, this is damn near on quality of what happened with. If you guys have seen Steins Gate, if you guys have seen Steins Gate, you guys might know in Steins Gate when shit started hitting the fan with Okabe, and he had that one. And I'm not gonna give out spoilers, so don't worry. But there was a scene where Okabe shit was getting real, and some crazy shit was going on. This was around the midpoint of the season. And he's just like, "No!" And his performance there, now great. I don't think it's as good as that, cause legit, bro, that shit wasn't acting. When I was watching J. Michael Tatum just pour his heart out, I was like, that isn't acting. That's just raw emotion right there. It wasn't as good as that, but fuck me, was it close. So after a while, they end up Narancia bumps into Abakio's body, or bumps Giorno into Abakio's dead body, and they just kind of sit there. The clouds finally start to part. You can see the sun, and they finally see Bakio's face clearly. Mirage starts crying, but then Giorno sees something in his hand. Once he finds out what's in his hand, he returns it back to where it originally was, and it goes back to where the statue was, or the little area where the photo was taking place. Once they get there, they actually find out that Moody Jet did manage to get the face done, and had left the death mask of the boss's face. So now they have the boss's face, they now know what he looks like. And that, my friends, is where the episode ends. Overall, fan-fucking-tastic episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. One of the best ones, definitely, so far. And yeah, man, overall, I'm going to give this episode a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, like me, some description box below, and as always, come back for more. See you next time.